Well, it's David De Silva, and I'm a life and business coach, and I just have something that I want to share about living and life and 2024. We have found ourselves in this place of sometimes how we move, how we think, what we do is completely and utterly dictated by outside circumstances. And when these things happen, often we end up just going with the flow. So if you're asked how you are, you might say, I'm not having the best day. If you're asking how you are, you might say, oh, everything's going really well. It's situational. And I need to help you understand that that has to be changed. That has to be corrected. I want to tell you a couple of things that I do to make sure that those things, external events, circumstances, people that I run into that are rude and unbecoming, and other people that are harsh and critical, they can't affect me. They can't affect me. I have to be bulletproof. I have to be have a force field up that protects me from that. So it starts with three things. Number one, it is how I move. Number two, it is what I consume. And number three, it is how I rest. Now, these three things are extremely crucial to have carved out. Now, on my calendar, I've got a lot of different appointments. I've got appointments with clients, I've got appointments with my family, I've got appointments for myself. Now, just because I said for myself last doesn't mean it's the last thing to go on my calendar. It's not, it's the first. And the reason I bring this up is because you have to take care of you. You have to. Your life jacket must be on first. You've all heard that story. If in order for you to be a lifeguard, you have to make sure that you have the life jacket on and it's protecting you so you can save someone else. Maybe on a plane, you're supposed to put the oxygen mask on you so that before you put it on someone else. I'm going to tell you the same thing. So on your calendar or top of mind or starting your day or ending your day has to be about you. So whether you are journaling, whether you are doing some exercise, whether you are getting a conscious number of hours of sleep, it is so important for you to take care of you first. And a lot of you watching this, you have careers, you have businesses, or you have ideas that you want to create. Well, I'm going to tell you before you start creating the ideas and developing these ideas into businesses, or before you start taking on new things in your home life and work life, make sure that you've taken care of you first. That's what's key. So once again, I'm going to tell you, my days start as soon as I wake up. The first thing I do is I spend a little quiet time with me and my maker. First thing. First thing. I try and get really quiet and I try and listen. What is going on? Then I start out talking about what I'm grateful for. And yes, I said talking about it might be annoying for the person that you're laying in bed with or someone else, but I like to do things audibly. I like to speak it out into the universe per se. And I talk about what I'm grateful for, what I've accomplished, and it really starts to almost ruminate in my head. I want you to start your days like this. This is a game changer for me. Then I do activity. Now, for me, the way my genetic makeup is I don't have to eat immediately. I can drink two full, huge glasses of water and then go out and do some light exercise, and I'll be fine. When I come home, I won't eat. So I immediately start with um, talking to my maker, giving thanks, doing things audibly, and then immediately moving. Well, right now, I have set precedent for my whole day. And just for the record, most times I'm awake an hour or two before anyone else is awake. So, excuse me, this hasn't even affected my day or what I'm going to be doing during that day. My productivity has not changed. So these are the few little hints that I do for my morning routine. During the day, I try not to eat anything that I can't pronounce or anything that is filled with preservatives or anything that if I leave it on my shelf, it'll last for a week. I try and eat everything as fresh and as raw as possible. I eat clean. Good fuel in, good fuel out. I just think that that's the way it goes. Last piece of the puzzle is my bedtime routine. Once again, I do a very similar thing. Before I go to bed, I am thinking about what I did really well, what I did not so well, and what I can do to improve. And usually I fall asleep while I'm thinking about what I can do to improve. And that is a huge benefit for me because I control my dreams. Now I'm dreaming about the things I could have done better. When I wake up in the morning, I'm inspired. So, speaking of inspired, this is what my heart was for you. I ran into someone this year and already they're having a bad year. Oh my gosh, like it's not even mid-January and he's having a bad year. And I don't want that for you. So I want you to control what you can control. I do not want you to be controlled by outside circumstances. They will happen, they will try and influence you, but if you have these small habits in place, that's a game changer. So if you're able to follow me, if you're able to watch me, a lot of my videos will help you do this. If you are in a financial position where you can invest in yourself, we have group programs, we have private programs. And even if you don't want to work with us, if there's other people that you know that do this, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to do this for you. You've got to look after you. Put that life vest on and be the best version of yourself. Hope this finds you well. David De Silva, signing off.